Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim. Nghiêm cấm các hành vi lít về rồi bán cho thằng khác. Mọi ý kiến đóng góp xin gửi về Facebook Quỳnh Ngọc Tân.
In this section, we're going to take a look at creating a rough cut. That means taking all of the best parts from all of the clips and putting them together in a story that makes sense and is maybe not the smoothest, but at least kind of has the right events in the right order. I'm going to start off by just closing our bin list here, and I'll switch our media pool to list view, right click up here, and let's go to scene, shot, and take. And again, just get rid of all of these extra things because I just want to look at scene, shot, and take so that we can organize these well. In fact, I'll probably just take this audio and put this in a new bin. We'll call this audio. Select all of this and drop it in there. So now we just have our video clips, and remember these are synced with our audio. So if I right click and select synced audio, we can see that they're connected to this secondary audio, all except for this last one, which had an error, which we'll fix when we get to it. But I can go up here and sort these by shot. So we'll have it start with the little numbers and go to the big numbers. And these should be in sort of a rough order. Move this around so we can just see things a little easier. I'll also go up here to the upper right-hand corner and click on this button right here, which will just switch to single viewer mode, just so that you can see it a little bit bigger without me having to zoom in. And we'll double click on our first clip here, clip 10, which is going to be shot 4. And we're going to scrub through and set our ins and outs.
Good. 3, 2, 1, action. 3, 2, 1, action.
Whoa.
Okay, that was okay.
Good. Let's do that one more time.
I think we're going to reset. So we go back. And we'll start there.
Whoa.
There we go. I'll set my out. And let's put this at the very beginning of the timeline. And I can just hit this button here in the middle, insert clip. I can also hit F9 on the keyboard, but that will insert the clip right there. And we'll go back to our shot 5. And same thing. We're just going to take the best parts of each of these clips, not really even thinking too much about them, just kind of throwing them into the timeline, just making sure that each one that we select is pretty good. So that sounds good right there. And again, I'll click on this insert clip button right here to insert it. And we'll kind of keep going through here. This is shot 6.
Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim.
Great. We'll hit O for out. And again, we can throw that down into the timeline. And we pretty much just repeat that throughout the whole sequence. And this is great when we have this organized by the shot number, because we can kind of at least have a basic sequence as we throw things down in the timeline without having to search all the way through them. So this is actually a different angle of kind of the same thing. But for now, again, we're just going to kind of throw it roughly in the timeline so that we basically know all of the shots that we have to work with. Great.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
We missed him right there, so we got to reset.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay. I'll go check it out.
There we go. Let's put that there. Shot 17. And we have this whole sequence. We'll pause right there and insert that. Shot 19. Shot 12. This is clip 19. He creeps forward. And shot 20 is kind of the same thing, just a different take. So unless we have a problem with that, maybe we'll just leave that there.
Go. Go.
That just little flinch. Let's see if we do it again. Looks like we do. Usually the second take is the one you want.
Go.
All right. There's a little flinch. That sounds good. And we'll insert that. Shot 15. Script through until we have the slate. And he calls action.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
In I for in. Shot of her looking on. I don't know if she... It's her kind of looking...
Just what happened?
And the flashlight. And we'll call it good there. Shot 18 is the one that we had right here, so we can just call that good. So now if I hit Shift Z when I'm over the timeline here, that will zoom out to my entire timeline and I can see everything. So right now we have a very long, very rough scene. It's kind of like if you're doing pottery starting with a great big wad of clay, and then we're going to refine this and make it look a lot better, make it make a lot of sense. But for now, the basic story is there. The kids walk up and see something. What they see is a crashed spaceship. And they react. They argue about who's going to go check it out. And then the guy walks up to check out the spaceship. He's worried. And then it moves and he jumps back. And that's kind of happening in all of these shots. That same basic story. And now we have a very, very rough timeline.